jumpers, welcome back to the channel. Right, time and temperature check. It is Sunday the 19th of April. It is 10:46 a.m. It's 10 degrees and the weather is glorious. Blue sky, visibility is fantastic. So those that have been following along will know I've just moved from Darley-Moor to Stoke Golding airfield, which is a lot closer to my hometown of Leicester. And that means it's a lot easier to do one of those things that when you qualify as a pilot, you stick on your list of things you must do, and that is fly over your house and fly over your hometown. So I've just departed runway 26 at Stoke Golding, first time I've taken off in that direction, and I'm on my way to Leicester, and I'm going to show you some of the sights of Leicester city centre and give you some of the history as well, and some interesting facts that even I didn't know until I researched this video, and I've lived there for 20 years. So I'm on my way to Leicester. I'm not going to talk all the way there, it's about a 10-minute flight, so I'll stick some tunes on, show you some sights, and I'll speak to you when I get a bit closer.
The top shelf drink set me straight, and a little bit of honey to make this go away. Don't even chew her prey, just swallow me whole. It's just a little bit of heartache, but that's just how it goes.
That's why Sky Echo is useful.
It's just a scratch, a little water in the tank like a flat. Oh, tired that your chin's just a bad dream, but I gotta wake up, let it go. And I'm working up my confidence and talking to a stranger. She told me to leave, and goddamn it, I see her point. It's time to go home, I know. It's time to go home. So you can keep your change, just skip that pity. She won't me down, and it ain't too pretty. When I close my eyes and I bet more money, it's her I'm gonna see, and it ain't that funny.
Right, just before we head into Leicester city centre itself, I'm just going to fly over Leicestershire Police Force headquarters, which holds some significance to me. 29 years ago, I walked through the front doors at Leicestershire Police Force headquarters. A young sprog wet behind the ears joined up. And I still remember the first words that were said to me as I walked through the door, and they were, 796, get that f***ing hearing out. That was my introduction. Probably couldn't say that these days to the new recruits, you'd be had up for bullying or something. So yeah, in case you're wondering, that is where the 796 in the channel title comes from. That's my collar number, which I've held for 29 years. Hopefully fairly soon I'll be handing that over to somebody else. Now here's the thing, on your last day before you retire, you are invited to force headquarters to have tea and biscuits with the chief. Now at the back of force headquarters there is a big field. I'll try and point it out with some video, and I reckon I could get this thing in that field. And I think it would be a really cool way to end my service if I could fly myself into force headquarters to go and have tea and biscuits with the chief. That would be a good video, wouldn't it? Just let me turn around and I'll show you this field, and you let me know what you think. You reckon something like this will land in it? Where am I at? 1,500 feet. I don't know if the wing camera's getting it. Certainly I'll spin round and I'll get it on this camera. What about that field down there? I'm sure the Health and Safety Brigade will come up with a million reasons why I can't do it. But if it's my last day and I'm retiring, what are they going to do to me? Right, just next to Police Force headquarters is Foss Park, which is one of those great big huge out-of-town retail parks. It was opened in 1989 and it's one of Britain's largest. And in 2021 it was expanded and grew by 40%. And that cost us 168 million quid. And anybody in Leicester knows that come Christmas time, we're on the run to Christmas, it is the world's biggest traffic jam. Anyway, that's Foss Park, onwards. know what? Leicester city centre actually looks alright from 1500 feet. Not so great on the ground. Right, just in front of us, I'll point it out with an arrow again because it's always difficult to see things from the camera at this height. So just in front of us is Grace Road Cricket Ground, the home of Leicestershire County Cricket Club. Opened in 2002, and interesting fact about that is it was the first permanent floodlit home for a first class county cricket club in England. So there you go. Right, on the nose now is the Saffron Lane Sporting Ground, and just in front of that is Euston Street Police Station, or Euston Street Custody Suite. I've spent many a happy shift serving pot noodles to ne'er-do-wells in there. And then, oh, it's a bit bumpy, I'm sorry folks, not a lot I can do about it. On the left is the King Power Stadium, home of Leicester City Football Club. 10 years ago today, they shocked the world by winning the Premier League title at odds of 5,000 to 1. Not doing so well this season though, I think they're just about to be relegated. I'm not a football fan if I'm honest. In fact, I spent many a miserable Saturday at the King Power Stadium as a PSU or riot trained officer. I had a lot of my Saturdays rest days cancelled so I could shepherd football fans about Leicester City Centre, answer stupid questions from drunk people that were walking around tripping on the knuckles. There you go. That actually looks quite impressive from the air, that does. Right, just spitting distance from the King Power Stadium is the Tigers ground, where Leicester Tigers play, and they've played there since 1892, and that makes the Tigers ground the oldest continuously used rugby ground in the world. There you go. Just to the right here, this is Victoria Park, which is used for all sorts of events.
2.5 miles ahead.
The Victoria Park is used for all sorts of events. It's the end place for the Leicester Marathon, and there's been all sorts of concerts and things there in the past. Last year, or was it the year before, me and Mrs. B went to the radio tour in the park there, which was a great day out. Right, let's go back this way. Right, so we're just about to fly over the Leicester Royal Infirmary, and that dates back to 1771. I had a few unfortunate visits to the Leicester Royal Infirmary whilst I've lived in Leicester. I had a kidney stone, which is a pain I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. What else have I done? I broke my hand at work, I broke my leg on my way to work, and I broke my ribs falling off the ladder once I got home from work. I have to say though, every time I've been to the Leicester Royal Infirmary, the NHS, God bless them, have done a cracking job of patching me back up. Oh, this is amazing. Right, Leicester Royal Infirmary, where's next on my list? How amazing does this look? Out now if your fucking engine quits. I've had to gain a little bit of height. I'm at 2,000 feet now because I'm right smack bang over the middle of Leicester City Centre. Fairly built up area obviously. So I'm just making sure I've got an out if it gets quiet. Right, just under my left wing is Leicester Cathedral. Home, of course, or the burial place, I should say, of Richard III, who was found buried in a car park not so far from here. In 2012, I think that was. And then right next to Leicester Cathedral is the Guild Hall. And then right now down there, that is the Jewellery Wall Museum. That's very, very old. Probably one of the oldest things in Leicester, I should think. That's one of the largest surviving sections of Roman masonry, built 2,000 years ago by the Romans when Leicester was a Roman town. Right down below, Abbey Park. Abbey Park, built on the grounds of the medieval Leicester Abbey. It used to be there. You can just about make out the footprint of the Abbey just over there. That is where Cardinal Wolsey died in 1530. Spent many a happy hour in Abbey Park. Me and Mrs. B had some fun in Abbey Park when we were courting, I can tell you.
So after flying around Leicester city centre for a bit, I then spent some time circling around an area of Leicester called Beaumont Leys, where one very excited little boy got to wave up at his granddad. I spoke to Ronnie that night and he was still buzzing that he'd seen his granddad in the sky. How cool is that? I also had some really nice positive supportive messages on Facebook from other people that had seen me flying over their house. So for those people, hopefully you'll see your house on this video and maybe even see yourself waving.
Okay, we're just coming up to my the village that I live in, called Anstey, which is apparently very big into shoemaking, the heart of shoemaking in Elizabethan times, I think it was. I'm not going to show you exactly my house because I don't want to dox myself. I don't want to end up with weirdos knocking on the door. That's Beaumont Leys shopping centre down there. Bogey Fleas, that's what we call it. We've got Cropston Reservoir just over there. I don't know about anybody else that flies, that watches this channel. But personally, as soon as I got my licence, there's certain things that I think as you go through your training, there's things that you look forward to once you qualify. Taking your first passenger, something you look forward to, and then flying over your ass is something you look forward to. And I certainly had that on my list of things to do, and obviously it's a lot easier to do now that I'm a lot closer. That is the village of Anstey in all its glory. Growing bigger all the time, like a lot of places, unfortunately. Let's lose a bit of height. So we've got the Anstey Nomads Football Club just on the right down there. Looks like there's a game going on at the moment. New housing developments on the edge of Anstey, and then just in front of Anstey, that's the village of Cropston. That's Cropston Reservoir, as I've said. The Anstey Martin School, that's where my kids went to school. And my house is just down there somewhere, but I'll leave that there. That's just a bit of a whistle-top tour of Leicester, just on my way out of Leicester, coming out the north side of Leicester. I'm going to start heading back towards Stoke Golding. Just before I go though, one more thing I want to show you, and that's Bradgate Park, which is a magnificent place. Bradgate Park, of course, that's the childhood home of Lady Jane Grey. And she was fairly famous for being the shortest reigning queen. She became queen in 1553, and she was queen for 9 days. That's why she's known as the 9-Day Queen. And the ruins that you can just about see, if I scoot around to the left a little bit, they are the ruins of where she used to live. Just been renovated. In fact, still undergoing renovation by the looks of it. I can see some scaffolding. So one of the standout features in Bradgate Park is what I'm just coming up to, which is Old John, which I don't know, I'm not sure of the history of Old John, but it does sit atop quite a steep hill. You can never really tell gradients in hills from height. But rest assured, it is quite a steep hill.
She only promises, she just wants the truth. She brings the calm just like a quiet prayer fills the room. Kisses like Sunday, fights like Friday night, and I'd go to hell and back.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that little jaunt round my stomping ground. I am definitely going to be doing a lot more flying local to where I live now that I'm a lot closer. If you like these sightseeing type videos, which do seem to be quite popular, then let me know. And if there's anywhere East Midlandsy that you particularly like me to go and visit, then leave me a comment and I'll see what I can do. And if you like this sort of content, of course, all that usual YouTube stuff, make sure you like, subscribe, and whatever. Likes though really do well. If you just give this video a thumbs up, it helps the videos out massively. I'm very grateful if you do that. Right, I'm just on my way back to Stoke Golding now, so I'll end this video here. I will put my landing in at the end of the video because I know people like to watch landings. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, see you later. Stoke Golding base, Golf Charlie Mike Papa X-rays overhead, will descend dead side for runway 26, Stoke Golding.
Wonder if she'll ever change. Yeah, she's wild when she's like she's never coming down. There's a storm in her blood, but I see heaven in her brown eyes.
Hey, that was a cross with the landing.